This is Teresa Eicher with Counseling and Wellness Services of Archibald. We are in partnership with Jill Holgrave Wellness Consulting, and just excited to be back to talk with you about your day-to-day wellness and ways to improve day-to-day wellness in your life. So this is a guided imagery exercise. One of the things that we really have to be aware of is that when we get into an anxious state, a dysregulated state, if we're having intense emotion, anger, whatever that may be, we have to understand that our sensory system has now gone up, and part of that survival mechanism that lives within each one of us, we become hyper alert and hyper aware to what's going on around us. So what we want to first do is ground or calm that sensory system down. Many times when I talk with people, they can tell me that it takes sometimes hours for them to calm down after their body has become dysregulated. So this is just a quick little tool that helps us make that state change very quickly. Now, I want to just warn you, like anything in life, in order for it to be more effective, we have to practice it. So I always say, if you think about a Major League Baseball player, they didn't just pick up the bat one day and know how to do a perfect swing. It really took years of, working on that swing. Maybe first we started with the tee, and then we graduated to live ball, and then we graduated so on. So it takes time in order for us to hone these skills and use them in a really effective manner. But here we go. So what we're going to do is we're going to engage that sensory system, and we're going to tie that engagement of the sensory system into our breath. So we first start off with getting relaxed, getting comfortable, and just focusing on that breath. And we want to make sure that we're using that belly breathing, where we're breathing down here and not up here. And just so you know, oftentimes when we are in distress, we are breathing from our chest. So we want to be intentional, we want to think about it, and we want to move to breathing down here from our gut. And we're going to take it in, we're going to hold it for 7, and we're going to release for 8. So we're going to breathe in, hold it for 7, and release for 8. And what I want you to do is I just want you to think about a safe place in your life. Many times we will encourage that there aren't other people, there's not other distractions in that safe place. It is just you in the safe place. So if I think about a safe and calming place in my own life, I think about somewhere like Gallwoods, and I have nature around me. I'm running in Gallwoods, and I'm just enjoying the peace of Gallwoods. And so I'm going to close my eyes, I'm going to breathe, and I'm going to notice what I see as I'm running through Gallwoods. So maybe as my eyes are closed and I'm breathing, I'm thinking about the different colors that I see as I run. I notice the leaves, I notice the bark on the trees, I notice the difference between the rough dark bark and the light bark. But I'm just going to notice, and I'm going to be in tune. Maybe I see the sun coming in through the trees. I see the brightness around me. I'm just going to notice. And as I do that, I'm going to intentionally breathe. And when I've noticed what I can, I'm going to make that transition, and I'm going to notice what I hear. What are the noises around me? Maybe I see a little chipmunk scurrying away, and I hear that scurry. Maybe I hear the trees rustling, and there's wind that is kind of going, and it rustles the trees. Maybe I hear the chirping of the birds. But I'm just going to intentionally notice those sounds. And I'm going to breathe. And then I'm going to notice what I feel on my skin. Maybe I feel the cotton from what I'm wearing. Maybe I feel the sun beating down on me and I feel the warmth. And yet maybe it's a fall day because we're moving into fall, and I kind of feel the crisp and the chill in the air. And maybe I feel the sweat on my skin because I'm running. But I'm just going to notice those things. And I'm going to breathe. I'm going to relax my body. I'm going to calm my mind. And I'm just going to work to be present in that moment. And then I'm going to notice what I smell. So maybe I smell the leaves. Maybe there's some dew from the morning. And I just kind of smell that like wet leaf. I smell fall in the air. Inevitably where there's fall, there's pumpkin. And so maybe I have that pumpkin spice that I'm smelling. But I'm going to notice it. I'm going to notice the different scents around me. And I'm going to be present within it. And I'm going to breathe. And then I'm going to notice what I taste. Sometimes this one can be a little bit hard, especially if we're doing something like running, we're probably not eating. But maybe I had a cider this morning and I can still taste the aftermath of the cider. But I'm just going to notice, what is that taste in my mouth? Maybe I have a peppermint in my mouth. And I'm just going to take that taste and be present in it. And I'm going to breathe. And then I'll kind of wrap all of those senses together. And we'll kind of step back and just notice the whole image. Notice all of those sensory pieces in one picture. And we're going to relax our body and we're going to breathe. And you can take as long as you need in this space. Sometimes in my sessions with people, when we've done really, really emotional hard work, we have 5 minutes left, and we're able to create a significant state change in 5 minutes. I've done it as short as 3 minutes. If you have longer, you're welcome to sit in that longer. But a lot of times then what we'll do is we'll take 3 deep breaths, and we'll come back to the present. And so maybe a goal for you this week is just trying this guided imagery exercise. Notice a safe, calm place and just work at calming your body down. This can be a great exercise when we notice that we're starting to climb up into stress. This can be a great exercise when we notice we are in distress. And this can also be a great exercise when we're working at falling asleep. Many times as we go to sleep, we are thinking about all of the things, thinking about what happened in our day, thinking about what happened in our evening, thinking about what we have coming for the next day, and it's really easy to try to go to sleep in a state of anxiety. And that's not really going to result in good sleep. So this can be a great tool to use before we go to bed or as we lay there in bed. So I hope you have a wonderful week, and I look forward to speaking with you again.